Welcome to the Best Startup Idea Ever podcast, where small startup ideas can open the door to big opportunities. Today, we'll explore 3 exciting stories, from City Kitty, which helps your cat learn to use the toilet properly, to Circadian Optics, a small light that supports better sleep and brighter moods, and finally, Cinnaholic, a vegan cinnamon roll bakery that everyone falls in love with. Each idea shows bold creativity and reminds us that even the most familiar needs can be the perfect place for innovation. Story 1. If you've ever owned a cat, you probably know the feeling. Cleaning the litter box isn't exactly something people look forward to. It smells bad, it takes time, and honestly, no one enjoys scooping clumps of cat waste every day. But what if your cat could use the toilet? Yes, the actual toilet, just like a human roommate. It sounds like something from a cartoon, right? But City Kitty turned that unusual idea into a real product, and more than that, they built a successful business around it. City Kitty is a company that makes toilet training kits for cats. That's right, they help cat owners train their pets to stop using the litter box completely, and instead go directly on the toilet. The training kit is smartly designed with different stages. It starts by placing a special tray inside the toilet bowl, filled with a bit of litter. Over time, the amount of litter is reduced, and the hole in the center of the tray gets larger. Eventually, the cat learns to balance on the toilet seat, use the water directly, and never needs a litter box again. Sounds impossible? Not really. Many cat owners who tried City Kitty shared amazing results. Stories of cats like Sammy from Arkansas or Luciano Miorotti from Los Angeles, proud graduates of the toilet training program, have inspired thousands. Some cats took only a few weeks to master the skill. These success stories help the brand gain trust and go viral in the pet-loving community. But why does this matter? Because litter boxes are one of the biggest pain points in cat ownership. They take up space, they smell if not cleaned often, and they create waste. With City Kitty, you eliminate the need for litter entirely. That means a cleaner home, a more hygienic environment, and savings on litter expenses. City Kitty didn't need high technology or massive investment to create this solution. It's a simple idea, executed cleverly and at the right time, when more people are interested in minimalism, cleanliness, and smarter living. So, what's the startup lesson here? First, big impact doesn't always come from complex inventions. Sometimes, a simple fix to a very real everyday problem is enough to create something meaningful. Second, listen to your market. City Kitty didn't try to convince everyone. They focused on a specific group, cat owners who value cleanliness, and served them well. That narrow focus helped them grow. Third, you don't need advanced technology to build something useful. What you really need is a sharp eye for problems, a creative mindset, and the ability to turn ideas into real products. City Kitty is a perfect example of how innovation can come from improving something small, something that many people deal with every day, like cleaning up after their cat. And maybe, just maybe, true innovation isn't about creating the future, it's about making the present more comfortable, one clean bathroom visit at a time. Story 2. Have you ever felt tired all day, even though you slept enough? Or maybe during the winter months, your mood drops, and you don't even know why. This isn't just a random feeling. It could be a sign that your body's natural rhythm, your biological clock, is out of sync. That's where Circadian Optics comes in, a small but creative company with a very bright idea. Their solution? Light. More specifically, they make light therapy lamps, not just any lamps, but ones that mimic natural sunlight. These lamps produce 10,000 lux of brightness and a color temperature of 5,500 Kelvin, the same as bright daylight around noon. Why does this matter? Because strong, real light like this sends a clear message to your brain: it's time to wake up and be alert. The founder of Circadian Optics came up with this idea from a very personal struggle. They had to work night shifts and live in a space with little natural light. Over time, they started feeling constantly tired, unfocused, and even sad. After doing some research, they discovered light therapy, a method proven to help with mood, energy levels, and sleep patterns. But most light therapy lamps on the market were bulky, outdated, or just didn't look good in modern homes or offices. So, they decided to make their own, something that's effective, but also sleek, safe, and stylish. And that's how Circadian Optics was born. So what makes their products special? It's not just about brightness. Their lamps are also designed with 99.9% UV protection, so they're safe for your eyes. 50,000 hour lifespan, meaning you can use the lamp for years and years. And a modern, compact design, perfect for a desk, nightstand, or any small space where you need an energy boost. These lamps are especially helpful during winter months, when natural sunlight is hard to find. But really, anyone who works in an office without windows, or struggles with sleep, can benefit from them. So, what's the startup lesson here? First, start with your own problem. Real-life challenges are often the best sources of business ideas. If something is difficult for you, chances are many others feel the same way. Second, the solution doesn't have to be complex. A well-designed, thoughtful version of an existing product, like a better lamp, can make a big difference. And third, mental wellness is becoming more important than ever. People want to feel better, sleep better, live better. Products that support mental and emotional health will always have a place in the market. Circadian Optics doesn't just sell lamps. They sell light, energy, and a better mood, things that many people are quietly missing in today's busy, stressful world. And maybe, just maybe, a little more light in your life is exactly what you need. Story 3. Imagine biting into a warm, soft cinnamon roll. It's sweet, full of flavor, topped with creamy frosting and chocolate chips. Sounds like a nightmare for anyone on a vegan diet, right? But no, this cinnamon roll is 100% vegan. No eggs. No milk. No cholesterol. And still, completely delicious. This is the story of Cinnaholic, a unique dessert brand from the US that specializes in cinnamon rolls made entirely from plant-based ingredients. Cinnaholic started with a simple but powerful goal: to turn a traditional, buttery dessert into a healthier, more conscious choice, without sacrificing taste. Their magic doesn't just come from removing eggs and dairy. They use beet sugar, gelatin-free marshmallows, and plant-based oils. Everything is vegan-friendly and even fits kosher diets. That means people who are fully plant-based, or simply trying to eat better, can enjoy dessert without worry. What makes Cinnaholic even more exciting is their creative flavor options, like the Cookie Monster, topped with vegan cream cheese frosting, cookie dough, and chocolate chips. The Very Berry, with fresh strawberries, raspberries, and cookie crumble. Shake, Rattle, and Roll, a tropical twist of coconut frosting, bananas, and crunchy toasted coconut. Sounds amazing, right? Even people who don't follow a vegan diet are tempted to try. Cinnaholic didn't start as a big company. In fact, it began with just a small dessert cart. But behind it was a big idea, that desserts don't need butter and cream to taste great. Their concept quickly grabbed attention, from everyday customers to serious investors. People were curious, can a vegan cinnamon roll really taste that good? The answer is yes. And that's why, by 2023, Cinnaholic had grown to over 100 locations across the US and Canada, bringing in over $87 million in annual revenue. So what can we learn from this? First, food trends are changing. More people care about health, the environment, and the source of their food. If a vegan product tastes good and feels exciting, it can succeed, even in a world full of dairy and eggs. Second, you don't have to break tradition to be innovative. Cinnaholic didn't invent a brand new dessert. They simply reimagined a classic, in a way that feels better and fits modern values. That kind of innovation, familiar but smarter, spreads quickly. And finally, you don't need to start big. A small cart, a great recipe, and belief in your market, sometimes, that's all it takes to start a journey. Cinnaholic isn't just selling cinnamon rolls. They're selling a guilt-free sweet experience, for people who love dessert and love their health. Because when you offer pleasure without sacrifice, there will always be customers by your side. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you find best idea ever stories inspiring or valuable lessons, please share them with your friends. Don't forget to follow the channel to continue exploring other bold startup journeys with me. See you in the next episode, where every idea, no matter where it comes from, can become the seed of a big dream.
Treasured